Hey everyone, good morning. It is August 28th, 2025, and welcome back to another episode of MMA Headlines. Just MMA Headlines. We're going to go over what's trending on MMA fighting, the SBA Nation website, and I'm just going to go over some of the stories that I have here, okay? First story coming up is going to be Darren Till. Darren Till will face former UFC middleweight champion Luke Rockhold in the main event of Misfits Boxing 2022. Misfits Boxing 22 on August 30th, 2025 at AO Arena in Manchester. As we see, the bout will be airing on the Zone pay-per-view is for the inaugural MFB Bridgerweight title. Till was originally, as it says on the article by Damon Martin, Till was originally lined up to fight Nate Diaz, so he says, or Jorge Masvidal, but ended up with Rockhold, who is making his pro boxing debut after stints in MMA and bare knuckle competition. Till enters unbeaten in Misfits boxing, while Rockhold views the match as a chance to showcase refined boxing technique. As we see, we got here. I've been looking at his training camp. He looks pretty good. He actually is coming off a win, and this is probably his last fight with Misfits Boxing. It's going to be a pay-per-view. He said they owed him a pay-per-view, so let's see how that goes. That's going to be on August 30th, 2025. It's coming up, I think, it's this weekend. So a big fight. Darren Till, a former UFC, Luke Rockhold, also a former UFC fighter. Let's see how that goes on the boxing end. Moving on to the next story. It is going to be this Johnny Walker story right here by Guilherme Cruz. And Johnny Walker denies faking glove touch at UFC Shanghai, believes he broke Zhang Mingyang's leg. Johnny Walker insisted he didn't try to fake a glove touch at the start of his fight with Zhang Mingyang, explaining that they'd already touched gloves before the bell and he wasn't even looking at Yang's face when he shot in. Instead, he says he went in for a takedown with his hand just hanging there, not as some ruse. Walker added that this win felt especially important since he's coming off back-to-back losses and needed to shake off some rust. Oh, and fans on forums had field day roasting him for the goofy-looking sequence anyway, even if he denies any trickery. Pretty good article here. I read it, gave it a nice thumbs up, and there is a quick video in here. I'm not gonna play it just because of the copyright, but you should definitely check out this story by Guilherme Cruz. And man, hey, my take is definitely wasn't a fake glove touch, but it's something that's going around in the MMA forums. So let's see what that comes around. But anyways, Johnny Walker has, after his win, has made it back into the headlines, supposedly after faking a glove touch at UFC Shanghai. Who knows? Before this, it was running around Twitter that he was supposedly not able to leave China, but I don't know. Didn't read any good stories about that. Let's move on to the next headline. Next headline is going to be with Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson drops the people's elbow during Misfits 22 open workout. Alrighty. Well, at the Misfits 22 Open Workhouse in Manchester, Tony Ferguson, who's about to make his professional boxing debut, broke out the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson signature wrestling move, the People's Elbow. We already saw this on YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Maybe I don't get copyrighted, but I'll play a little bit of it. I know remembered in Pride days, but yeah, it's a big show. There he goes. He's just jump roping. Darren Till is all by. The signature sliding by Tony Ferguson looks pretty good. I didn't see it here. I think it was more towards
MMA fighters crossing into the boxing waters has had very mixed results, but those that have succeeded.
Anyways, Didn't see it there, but anyway, so yeah, he drops the people's elbows just to entertain the crowd, despite only being allowed punches during the fight. It was classic Tony showcasing his unpredictable flair. He even used knees and elbows during the workout, reminding everyone he's still very much an MMA dude at heart. The event also includes Salt Poppy, his upcoming opponent, which, hey, guys, Salt Poppy looks pretty good. He has great boxing, and I'm worried about my guy Tony Ferguson, El Kukui. I'm a little worried about El Kukui. So hey, good fight. Let's see what happens. All right. The event also included Saul Poppy, his upcoming opponent, and big names like Darren Till, which we already covered, and Luke Rockhold, which we already covered as well, were on deck during doing their thing. Bottom line, Tony's bringing the showmanship, energy, and unpredictability into this new boxing chapter, and he's not holding back on the theatrics. Tony Ferg doing his thing. All right, moving on to the next headlines, guys. And this one is not something I like, but anyways, whatever. You can't look past the weight cut. Bryan Battle reacts to humbling UFC release. Bryan Battle admitted he knew a UFC release was possible after twice missing weight in, but still found the news surprisingly harsh, saying, "You can't look past the weight cut," and calling the whole situation humbling. Instead of getting defensive, he's using the setbacks as motivation, teaming up with Dirty Boxing for a debut at DBX 3 and letting his actions speak louder than words. He's all about cleaning things up, making weight, performing well, and proving he's a true professional. And while his eyes are on rebuilding, the long-term goal is still clear: carve a path back to the UFC where he left off. Guys, I don't think Bryan Battle is gonna make it back to the UFC. I'll be honest with you. This is we all know that Dana White does not like the weight cutting, and this was immediate. It wasn't even a whole week before Bryan Battle was released from the UFC, and I don't see him coming back. You know, I don't see him coming back. I think he's done in the UFC. But hey, hopefully he makes it back. We all like the Butcher. We all like the way his antics and all that. But I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's too much risk and too many other MMA fighters out there that can take his place. You know what I mean? That's gonna open the doors for other butchers, I guess. But anyways, the last thing I saw, he was still waiting 194 before the day before making his weighing at Dirty Boxing. So not sure. Maybe he doesn't even make a weight for his Dirty Boxing match. Well, good luck, Bryan Battle, but that is not a good look for him, right? All right, moving on to the last uh the last story that I have here. And it's going to be another article by Guillermo Cruz, back to back Guillermo. Well, actually, not back to back, but another good article by Guillermo Cruz. I shout out to Guillermo Cruz. This is a great, great, great article talking about a reaction from Diego Lopez on the wager that John Silva placed about supposedly taking down Diego Lopez on his upcoming fight. Here it is. Diego Lopez just found out that John Silva bet his fight purse that Lopez couldn't get him down, and he thought it was hilarious because he hadn't even seen the comment until the interview. He joked, "Leave him with his money. I don't want him to go broke." Basically brushing it off like it was a harmless jab. Lopez explained he's been focusing on improving his wrestling from the ground up since January, not just for MMA, and mentioned his strong takedown defense. He's top 10 out of 11 attempts against Volkanovski. Even so, he doesn't think Silva will actually try to take down in their September 13 matchup in San Antonio, unless he wants Lopez to take control of the fight. All right, important take here. Diego Lopez has a strong takedown defense. He's a strong fighter, and that could be true. But also, that could also be a strategy by John Silva by saying, "Hey, I'm putting my whole purse out there that I'm gonna take him down." Just not for him to take him down, but basically to kind of gear the fight into Diego Lopez waiting for that takedown. Meanwhile, John Silva is gonna take take that into his advantage and gonna try to open up a little bit more on the top, but not sure. That is something that Guillermo Cruz here in this article talked about, and Diego Lopez responds to, and this is what he had.
Eu tô vendo esse comentário agora porque você tá me falando. E tá bom, cara, tipo, deixa ele,
Cool,
como eu
let
tô
him
te
be,
falando.
man.
Eu não
I
fui
didn't go to
pra
Oklahoma
lá
to
pra
learn takedowns
aprender derrubar ou simplesmente pra treinar
or any
específico pra essa
specific
luta.
for this
Eu fui
fight.
pra
Perfect. Diego Lopez comes out. He's defending himself, says, hey, go ahead, man. Do whatever you want. Maybe he doesn't think much of it, and John Silva is just trying to do some strategy. Whatever happens, happens. But hey, I think this is going to be a great fight, guys. This is going to be a great fight. Leave it here in the comments what you think is going to be the result in this match. Moving on to the last one that I saw here by Guillermo Cruz as well that I love. I love this writer, man. He has some good things in here. Arman Sarukin books his next match, but not in the UFC. All right, so this one right here, I have here. This will be Sarukin's third grappling match of the year. Earlier in 2025, he secured victories in 2 grappling bouts, a decision win over Makasharip Sainakov at Karate Combat in Dubai, and a rear naked choke submission against Patricky Pitbull Freire at ADXC 10 in Moscow. Despite his high ranking in the UFC lightweight division, Sarukin has not fought in the octagon since April 2024. He was slated to challenge Islam Makhachev for the UFC title in January 2025, but had to withdraw due to a back injury. While awaiting his next UFC assignment, Sarukin remains active in the grappling scene, showcasing his skills and staying in competitive shape. So we know that he is going to compete in a grappling match at ACBJJ 18 tournament on September 19, 2025 in Moscow, Russia. The opponent for this bout has not yet been announced. So hey, that's wonderful. I think at the end of this mini post, he says, who would you like to see grapple Sarukin next? And should he be the next for Ilya Topuria 155-pound belt? Yes, he is going to be next. He is the number 1 contender at the 155 weight, the lightweight division. He is the next one up, even though there's stories about Paddy Pimblett coming up and Justin Gaethje, or maybe Gaethje takes it. Who knows? But anyways, this speaks a lot into his wanting to come back and fight. Right, he's got a September 19th bout in the grappling scene in Moscow, Russia. So wait, I don't think we're gonna see Ilya fight in 2025, but that's gonna be a lot of time for Armin, right? That's gonna be a lot of time, free time, that he hasn't fought. Because if Ilya comes out and fights in 2026 and the next one up is going to be Armin, that's going to make Armin not be active for most of 2024 plus 2025. So let's see what happens. And last but not least, guys, is Raja Saga. We all know that Psycho Stu, just he's up in conscience already. We don't know what's going on with that. A lot of mixed emotions. I'm just gonna come out and say that this is the last time I'm gonna talk about it. Raja Jackson, and son of Rampage Jackson, whatever comes at him is gonna come. The police is making an investigation, and that's that. I'm not gonna talk about any more about the whole situation, but I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. These are the MMA headlines number 2. MMA headlines number 2, August 28, 2025. I'll leave you with that. God bless. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much. Subscribe, like the content if you like it, and like the content if you like it. God bless, guys. Have a wonderful day at work. Thank you.